Today I'm going to show you guys how to cut and edit a FPV edit. It's one of my favorite things to do. I don't really like showing people how to do this because it's just, I don't know, it's not that, it's just a peaceful thing. I don't know, it's something I enjoy, you know, first finding a track and then cutting your video to it. You can just post your flight videos, and some people do that, but I find that kind of boring. And I'm, once again, not the best pilot, so I make up for that by making it more exciting, by speeding up some parts that are boring or cutting them out. And the thing that helps me now more is just picking one song that I like and then just saying however long my footage is. Let's say I have 10 minutes of footage. I'm going to cut it down to the best 3 minutes, so that's more entertaining for you and more entertaining for me. And these videos are usually the ones that get the least amount of views, but I like doing them. They're fun. And I want to help you to be able to start doing them. And this is especially useful for HD0 footage, because HD0 footage comes in a format that lots of editors are not able to read and use right away. We're going to cut a video to a song, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And maybe you'll find that useful, helpful. And even if it's not for FPV videos, you can use it for anything to kind of just get started in editing videos. And it's pretty simple, easy. And it runs pretty smoothly on your cell phone even, or computer. So let's go to the computer and let me show you the process and what we do, and then hopefully this helps you. As we're getting started, I really don't want you to get intimidated by shortcuts and stuff, so I'm going to show you those really quickly right now so that it's nice and simple. So first shortcuts you're going to want to know is Q and W. So let's say you're here. So let's say you're at this part of the file. You can bring the cursor here, and you want to cut everything before. All you have to do is hit Q, and now look what it's going to do. Okay, it's going to cut it and make it disappear. And now the same thing on the other side. All you'd have to do is take it over here, and let's say you want to cut out that part. You hit W, and it'll cut and make everything come together that's forward. Now let's say you want to get rid of one of the clips, so you can click on it, and then you can hit delete. And delete will just delete the whole clip. And then let's say you want to split, so you're in the middle of one of these things and you want to split it. So all you'd have to do is hit Control B, and that will split it. Okay, and those are the main things that we're going to be using. I'm going to walk you through the whole thing, so I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'll just use the space bar, but you can also use J and L. So L forward and J to go backwards. And then on this program, see how my mouse is not moving with this thing? So I did that. So this is called the preview axis, this one here. So if you click this off, you can get rid of the thing that follows you everywhere, because automatically this will be on, and I kind of find it annoying because let's say you're so you're watching the video here and you want to cut it there. If your preview's here and you hit W, look what's going to happen. So it'll actually cut it from this preview thing. So you'll always have to line this up with this. And I find that annoying. So you can just go over here and get rid of that. And then you can move this around and stuff, but you won't have the mouse always having to be lined up with it, because I find that annoying. So you might want to do the same thing and just turn that off. Otherwise you're always gonna have this, and this will take priority over your main axis. So I would just turn that off. But if you like it, then you can try it and see if you find a difference. It's called CapCut. It's free. You can download it. CapCut. You go to New Project, and then I have a folder on my computer where I dump different things. So see, I dump my O3 footage, my GoPro, my different cameras, analog dump. So I'm trying to get into the habit of making videos and then editing them and getting rid of them right away so that I don't have to keep all these folders. So first thing you do is see I have these are straight from the HD0, and they're in the TS format, I believe. If you save in the MOV format and anything happens, it'll cut your footage and you won't be able to have it anymore. But if you do it in the TS format, it prevents that. So if you have a crash or you lose power, you don't lose your footage. So I'm always flying in TS, but the TS files are a real problem. Using them in other softwares, you have to convert them and stuff. But when you take them and you put them into CapCut, there they are, boom. So they're there. Then you take them and you drop them down here. This is where you do all your editing. And now the other thing that you're going to do is go to the, you can go here And if your computer, see, I do performance priority, so it makes things smoother. So we can mess around with colors and stuff. We'll do that later. Okay, before we even do all this stuff, you're gonna find a track. So I have like spent years finding different like royalty free channels, and I subscribe to all of them. And then what I do is I listen every day. There's like a whole pile of new songs. So I listen to them, and if I like them, I click here and I save them to a playlist. I have a playlist called Free. I have a playlist for different things, but I have one here for FPV somewhere. Where's my FPV one? See, FPV list. Perfection for really good ones. So I save these songs into the right playlist, or if I don't like them, I don't care. So I was listening to this. It's kind of beautiful. One, there was this like weird, interesting one. Yeah. But I chose this one. This is the one we're going to use. Because I'm like, we're doing something exciting. It's modern. It's only 2 minutes. And I have, I think, about maybe 4 minutes of footage. Let's see how much footage we have. Don't be attached to your footage. Be ready to cut the crap out of it, because that's basically what's going to make you a better video anyway. So see, I have 5 minutes. I'm going to cut it down to 2 minutes. So you're only going to see the best 2 minutes of that footage. And then after, I might do a voiceover with the full footage anyways, because you guys seem to like that. But this is more like just, I don't know, to me it's art. So you copy the, here, the music, you can copy that. And then I use a program called 4K Video Downloader. And this program will let me rip the music off of any video. So I put it here. See, first I did that where I copied the link. Then I pasted it here, and now see, I can extract the video or the audio. I'm just taking the audio, so I'm going to extract that. Now that I have the audio, I'll be taking it into the project. And you can't just drop it on the timeline the way you'd be able to do in DaVinci. You have to actually first grab that file and put it here. And then you can take it from here and bring it down here. So now see, now that it's here, I'm going to lock it so I can't touch it. Like I can't cut, because when I'm cutting the top, it could cut that. And now I'm basically going to make this timeline bigger. And we're going to start going through the footage and kind of cutting it to the music and stuff. So now I'm going to be using on the keyboard J and L to go back and forth, the space bar to stop and go. And I'll be telling you like all the shortcuts and stuff that I'm using with my fingers while I'm doing stuff, okay? But basically we're going to go forward with L, backwards with J. We're going to be using the space bar to stop and go. We're going to be using the Q to cut to the left. We're going to be using the W to cut to the right. And those are basically your basic things. Also Control B to split stuff, I think. Control B. Yeah, that's how you can split things. And then you can click it and hit D. No, just delete, and that'll delete it. Or see it like, so see how I hit Control B, and then I highlighted it, and I hit delete, and that makes it like move that way too. But what I can do is I can just push Q, and it does the same thing, right? So Q will cut to the left, and W will cut to the right. I'm gonna tell you every single like shortcut and whatever I'm using, but you can also you can look here to see the shortcuts. See split, Control B, mainly using Q, W, J, and L. Those are the main things that I'm using, and spacebar. Okay, and now it's way too loud, so we're gonna lower the volume while we're doing this, and I'm gonna do my thing. So watch me kind of do this. I'm looking, what's interesting. Yeah, it's starting. I don't need this. Let's go right to where the fun happens. Okay. See, I want that to start right here. Okay, so right where, like, I want the music to kind of start when I go into the store. Right. That's where it starts. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna right there by hitting Control B. Now I'm gonna take this, use the speed. I'm gonna speed it up so that it ends up at. Can I do this? I think that I can. Yes, see? It's gonna control the speed. So now it should have the music start there when I go into the store. Watch. Yeah. Okay, so let's just see how this feels. Okay, so right there on that beat, I can do micro back and forth with the arrows on the keyboard. I'm gonna hit Control B to split this now, and I want to speed it up to the point where I'm going through the car. There, right there, I start going through the car. So I'm going to once again Control B, and now I'm going to go here. I'm going to speed this up. I know that I can probably speed it up to like ×2 as fast as I'll usually go. And now let's just see what this looks like. You know what? I might speed that up 1.5. Let's just see what else happens. Right here. Here, I'll slow it down again. So sometimes I'll pay attention to the music and the beats, and sometimes I'll be looking at what's happening in the video. And then I'll also Control B, and then I'll take this. I want to speed it up too. Speed makes it more exciting. It's not even about like covering up flying or anything. When you make it faster, usually it's less smooth. But we got the music and everything. We got things going on, all the distractions. So now let's see how this looks. We slow down a bit so we can catch what they're doing. They're looking at us. We have the shake coming, so we're gonna go Control B. The mouse does weird things. You have to like put the mouse where this white line is. Okay, so I'm cutting that part out. Let's see what happens. There, that's fine. I kind of cut out that shake and it kind of went with the beat, right? Yeah. Boom. And now we're going to speed this up. Till the spin. Whenever the drone does stuff, I kind of want to slow it down. So I'm going to speed this up to 2. There we go. So we got that. And then we go Control B, slice it again. This shake is ugly. Flying over Tesla. And start there, and cut all that out, and speed this up to 1.5 probably. So up to that spin. Control B. Now I'm going to take this. Let's speed it up. You know what? I'm going to go to ×2. Why not? And see what it looks like. Right after the spin. Now I'm going to speed it up again. But I'm always, I'm going to figure out now where's the next point. Like, is it, let's follow the movement until it gets boring and then cut out the boring stuff, or speed it up. See, right there, I'll slow down there. So Control B, I'll speed this up ×2 probably. Okay, now watch. That flow, it flows. Now we hit Control B, speed it up again. And then slow it down right there. So it makes it look more real, right? We're speeding things up, we're slowing it down. It makes it more interesting too. Plus, when you do movements and they're sped up, they look too fake. But when it's smooth and then you speed it up, it looks more like exciting. See, on the one hand here, I want to show that I made it through. On the other hand, I want to like move it to that beat. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to go like this. I know what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to cut it here. And then I'm going to go to the last thing and speed it up just a touch more. So let's see what happens if I speed it up just a little bit more. Yeah, the beat is there. That's good. That's okay. Let's cut it there. Let's see how it transitions. Yeah. That's going to be the other cut. Control B or W, but I just want to see what the rest of this footage looks like. If there's anything interesting. No. Okay, so we go there, hit delete. And now we're going to go through the second one. And see, we're going to be able to cut this down to the song. And that's a video. See, we're gonna go boom. Control B, grab it, speed it up to 1.5. Heck, 2. We're trying to cut this faster, so. So now right after the flip, see, right after that flip, Control B, and now I'm going to look at where the next point is. I don't just speed it up because there's all that extra footage. So I'm going to follow the footage and see where it goes. Is it interesting? It's kind of boring. But even though it might be a bit boring, if it's like long, smooth movements, sped up, that looks fine, right? And now I cut it here because there's people looking. So I'll speed this up to 1.5, maybe 2. Let's do 1.5. Let's also see where the end of this is. I'm trying to, if you like, I'm already taking a 5-minute video and turning it into a 2-minute one. So I don't want to overcut either, because then after it's harder to put stuff back or fix things. So I will actually start dropping it to 1.5 for lots of the rest. It's really important too that the beginning is the most exciting. On the one hand, like at the beginning of this video, I already show you what I wanted to do by going through the Tesla. So I've kind of given you what you've wanted, and you might leave. But if you stick around for the flight, if you've already watched this far, at the end, it doesn't have to make like as much effort, because people, if they're here now, they're invested. They want to know what went down. And you still want to do your best, but it's just like you want to kind of manage this so that you're not missing out on like part of the song when I'm trying to cut to a song, right? This is Eric Delmonico. He's a hairdresser that so I've been a hairdresser since I'm 19, and my first fashion show was L'Oreal Fashion Week, and this guy here on the right, Eric, he was the one in charge of all of us, and like he had to like put me aside and be like, Matt, you can't be there was some European models that were kind of topless, and I was just a 19-year-old boy, and I was kind of excited and staring at the boobies, and he took me to the bathroom, and he was like, Matthew, oh my goodness, you can't be looking at the girls like that. That's creepy. You have to act like this is normal, like you see it all the time. Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know, young boy, you know how it is. But what are the chances that Eric Delmonico's there? And like, I was 19, okay? Now I'm 37, okay? And those movements, like sometimes the movements go with the music. So it's just like, let them go with the music. So now, right on that drop, boom, let's go a little faster. We had kind of like all this excitement, then some slow relaxing, okay, and then boom, let's get back into it. So we'll make this faster right here. So we go ×2. Okay, let's watch it. Boom, let's speed it up again. On the beat, see how I'm cutting it to the beat? I also love music. Like, I just love music. I hate copyright music, so it's extra hard to like find music you like. I've always wanted to produce my own music, and I do a little bit, but the music I produce is with AI, so it's like I still need to learn how to do it properly. But that's another thing that I really want to get into. There we go. Let's speed that up again. Is this slow? No, speed that up. ×2. See, now that other one that I did 1.5, I'm like, I should have done 2. There, that's exciting. The rest is kind of boring. Let's cut out some boring stuff. And then, so we do the spin, and then we do this. Control B. And we smoothly slide into my leg. Boom. Okay. And we cut it. So we make this faster. And there we go. We've bloody cut a video. Okay. So I just kind of showed you how to edit your own video. I think that was pretty quick. How long did that take us? 25 minutes. Whatever. I'm going to teach you everything. Okay, so there we got through the cut. Cutting's the most important part. Having your track and getting it like this. I've been doing this for years, so it comes a lot more naturally for me. This might take you like hours the first time, and then as you do it more and more, you'll get better. I'm also a daily vlogger, so I literally edit videos every single day for my vlog, and that's to help me become a better editor. If you want to be good at this and you want to go in deep, then you got to go at it every day. So I love doing this kind of stuff, even though it can be a little bit tedious. This is the hardest part, to make this content and give it to you, because it requires so much more effort, so many more hours, because it's like, okay, I did that, I made a video. Now this, I have to edit this and cut this up and make it like look good for you and all that stuff. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look for places we can put transitions. And the really cool thing with CapCut is it has these. It has this rotate clockwise and rotate counterclockwise, and you can kind of make it look like you did a flip with the drone and mess with people's heads. Okay, so let's see, like where it transitions smoothly, we're not going to bother, but if there's no, like if it doesn't transition nicely on the beat, then we're going to kind of excite it up on the ones that are a little offbeat. Okay, watch. And that's how you make it full screen and not full screen. Keyboard again to go. Okay, so see, I am kind of turning a little bit counterclockwise, and I want to add a little spin here to make it exciting. And there's a cut right there too. So we're going to go to that cut, and we're going to do counterclockwise, okay? Now watch what this is going to do. Why did that, did it look like it wasn't? That felt like it went the other way. I feel like that turned the other way. Okay, let's see what happens if we spin it clockwise.
Hey, did you find your other glove? Did you find your other glove?
Yeah, that seemed like it spun the opposite way, but I like it. What if we throw in... Yeah, I like that. And here we can do a transition. We'll do a, there's so many different ones you can test out. I'm going to do a, what am I going to do? Let's do a pull. I like the ones that, I don't know, look a bit more natural. Where are our pulls? Or if we went down, because we went down, we can just see how this looks. Yeah, that looks cool. Right there. This we can do a... changing them up too keeps it from being repetitive. It makes it a bit more exciting. Pull out or pull in. Pull out? Yeah, we're going to pull in. Pulling in. I like pulling in more than pulling out. Okay, so we can go. Yeah. And then from here, we can do an Excel. Let's try an Excel. Okay, now let's try this. Yeah, that was interesting. Now it slows down a bit. The music slows down a bit. We're just flowing. Yeah, hello there. See, on this we could throw in some little cheesy effects. What do we have? Let's see what this does. Yeah, this is kind of cool. Yeah, it looks cool. Is it corny? Yes, but doesn't it mess with your eyes a bit? Yeah, because you're looking at all this fun stuff. HG0 gold mode. Something weird happened there, okay? Yeah, that was weird. So, transition. Boom. Okay, so now go back to our transitions. All this stuff is here. You can mess around with so much of it. And we can use that kind of... It looks kind of like this. So let's see what happens if we do this. That was interesting. I didn't really like it. Let's try... vertical blur? Let's see what this looks like. That looked weird. Finding the right one. It's all personal, right? It's very personal. Want to do another pull in? Let's try a pull out. No, we don't like pulling out. Okay, here we go. Let's try this. We went so gentle. We want something gentle. We need like a, let's do a dissolve. A gradient wipe. Superimpose. Let's just do a plain dissolve. Yeah, I don't like that either. It's too quick. What about black smoke or white smoke? Let's see what that looks like. That's kind of cool. It's different. Why not? Okay, there, we did it. We got a sick track. Everything's good. Now I'm going to go into my things. I'm going to grab my little end screen, my pre-made end screen. And like, that's the thing. Like, you can make stuff, then you can use it for other things. So I have my little scratch folder with sound effects and stuff like that. That's more advanced. Oh, we might, I can't use the subscribe thing on CapCut, whatever. So I have my Mr. Snake ending. And yeah, if you didn't know, I used to be Mr. Snake, but then I went by Toronto FPV just because, like, how could I not, right? Media, so once again, I got to grab that. I got to put it into the media. And then I'm going to stick that here. And then I can do a effect, and I can do the opposite of the white smoke. Now I can do the black smoke and blend it in like this. Nice. Okay, and that's a perfect cut. It's like down to my music. And now, what else can we do? Now we're going to do, once you've done all of this, it's all done. Now you get to grade it. So grading is the final step. If you grade it earlier, it's going to cause you problems because it's going to slow everything down. And we want it to be nice and smooth. Okay, so I'm just going to part of me wants to do it for the best shot. My most important one is like here, when I'm going through the Tesla. Like, that's, the Tesla has to look good. This has to look good. So I'm gonna grade this whole thing according to this. And you could go through each part, but I'm not in the mood to do that. I'm gonna just give you a basic, this is all just a whole bloody basic everything for you, okay? Adjustment, we're gonna go to adjustment. Here we go, adjustment. We're gonna go to basic. And now with this, we can mess around with a few things. See the temp? I can make it a little warmer. I can make it a little colder. I always like it a little bit colder. I'm going to give it a touch more saturation. We're going to look at the brightness. Not bright is good, but HD0 already is like kind of bright. Contrast. Yeah, we're going to give it a, like, see that? I'm going to just look at it to where it looks good. Bump up that contrast a bit. Look at the highlights. Give it a little bit more highlight. Then shadows, bring a little bit more shadow in so it pops. It's a little trick. Highlight up, shadow in, contrast. We're going to look at the white. See those mirrors? See, that's too much. We don't want it to be washed out, but we do want it to be just a touch each, just a little touch. And then the blacks, the opposite, right? We just take them down a bit. Not too much, just like a 1. Like 1. Let me just see this. 1. Yeah, let's go to 3. Like a 3. Okay. Now we do the illumination. Now we go, yeah, a little bit more. Like bright. You want it to pop. Sharpen. Are we going to, no, we can sharpen it. Let's see what, yeah, we can sharpen it just a touch. Let's do 15, 10, 13, whatever. Okay, clarity. How's that look? Yeah, make it a little bit clearer. Let's do a little. You can't do too much. If you do too much, it starts looking like way too fake. Okay, a little vignette. Do we like the dark? No, we like it a bit lighter. So, nah, we'll leave that. Okay, so now we apply this to all. So now all of them have been a little bit brightened up. And there's your little, like, so this is all personal, right? This is how I do it. You might like it differently. But by doing this and then clicking apply to all of them are going to be done like this. And you can even do a preset. I don't. I do this every time because lighting's always different everywhere. But yeah, this is being applied to everything. Okay, and now we can do our final view through and see how it is. See, to me, it almost looks a little too sharp now, but I like it. I like it. It's good enough. I'm not going to mess around with it. I could have cut out that little, like, wasting time there. But whatever. And you can just take the best of the best and make it even shorter. But I like, cut 5 minutes down to 2. We got our own little kind of like music video going on. And then this is copyright-free music, so you can find the artist, send them the video, and they'll be like, oh, cool. Who knows, they might even use you as their music video or something, or get a job or something. Not with this footage, but that's where we're going. Smash the like button. Smash it. Be my Patreon. I forgot to show you guys. Thanks for staying. Otherwise, your video would have been terrible. Once you're done going through it all, you have to go to modify because, see, it turned it into 30 frames per second, but it's supposed to be 60 frames a second. Okay? And there we go. And now we can save this. Elon would be proud. Probably not, but whatever. And there we go. Let's send it.
What are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!